a hypothesis test is good for telling us are the two proportions equal, or is there a difference between the two proportions? A confidence interval, on the other hand, is good for saying how much difference. Which one's bigger and by how much? So let's talk about the computation that goes into a confidence interval. Remember, it's a comparison of the two, and we're looking to find the difference. So I'm going to take p hat sub 1. P hat sub 1, remember, this is my sample proportion. X sub 1 over n sub 1. And I'm going to find the difference between that and the second sample proportion. That's x sub 2 over n sub 2. A little side math you have to do to find those numbers. And so that gives my base difference. But based on my confidence level, that's going to go up or down, give me some wiggle room, and it's going to look like this, plus or minus z star. This is saying how much. In order to find z star, I would have to look that up on my table C. It's the very bottom row. For example, if I had a 95% confidence interval, I would say, that's a 1.96. That's 1.96 standard deviations up and standard deviations down from the mean to get my 95% confidence interval. All right. It's going to be multiplied by the standard error. Standard error for this guy, because we have two different proportions, is going to be kind of a beast. So p hat sub 1 and multiplied to its complement over its sample size plus p hat sub 2, that is to say the sample proportion of the second sample, and its complement over its sample size. All right, and that's, end your parentheses, Marsh. Good job, there it is. So that's my confidence interval formula. And so again, just like when we were doing our hypothesis formula, drop the numbers into this and then put it down, but let your calculator do the heavy lifting of the computation. You're going to hit your stat button, go over to the tests menu, and then go down until you find a two proportion z interval, and if you sub in the successes and the sample size for your first set and your successes and your sample size for your second set, that's pretty much all you need to do. Oh, and the confidence level. And that's how we do a confidence interval. Of course, wrap it up by putting a conclusion in context. I am 95% confident, for example, that the true difference between the proportion 1 and proportion 2 is between whatever it is. But confidence intervals, pretty straightforward with the help of your TI calculator, right? So set it up, let your calculator do the heavy lifting.